How did a mathematical ghost, hidden in a 17th century astronomy manual, become the fundamental engine of the universe? In 1618, scientists and navigators were drowning in grueling, error-prone calculations. To bypass this, the Scottish mathematician John Napier invented logarithms, a revolutionary tool that transformed massive multiplications into simple additions, compressing months of celestial math into mere minutes. But what Napier didn't know was that his invention was secretly being powered by an invisible, undiscovered number. Hidden inside the appendix of Napier's publication was a seemingly unassuming list of numbers that held a profound secret. Napier was entirely focused on the mechanics of calculation and did not realize that the base of his logarithmic system was governed by a geometric constant. He had inadvertently stumbled upon the reciprocal of a number that would eventually rewrite the foundations of mathematics, 1 over e. This constant existed merely as a numerical ghost in the tables, waiting silently for 70 years. So, how did this ghost finally materialize into the physical world? The paradigm shifted in 1683 when the Swiss mathematician Jacob Bernoulli turned his attention away from static calculations and toward the dynamic behavior of physical systems. Bernoulli was fascinated by systems that feed on their own expansion, such as biological cell division or unconstrained chain reactions. In these natural processes, the rate of expansion increases exactly as the system itself gets larger, creating a continuous feedback loop of proportional growth. Yet a massive problem remained. How could mathematics capture the geometry of something that never stops growing? To capture this phenomenon algebraically, Bernoulli constructed a specific mathematical limit. He formulated the expression limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus 1 over n to the n, which models a system updating its own growth n times over a defined interval. When n is a small number, the system updates discretely, moving forward in rigid, isolated geometric steps that fail to capture the fluid reality of the physical world. But what happens to the geometry of this growth when we force those steps to occur infinitely fast? As the number of updates, n, increases toward infinity, the geometry of the system undergoes a radical transformation. The rigid intervals become microscopically small, causing the jagged, discrete steps to melt away entirely. The system no longer waits for a specific interval to update. It begins to grow continuously, expanding in every possible microsecond. This mathematical limit visually transforms a blocky step function into a perfectly smooth ascending exponential curve. However, this runaway continuous growth creates a paradox that defied all human intuition. Intuition might suggest that a system feeding on its own continuous expansion would accelerate upward into infinity without bound. Instead, the trajectory of this infinite continuous growth hits a hard mathematical ceiling. The ascending curve flattens out, bounded by an exact, impenetrable horizontal asymptote. Bernoulli discovered that no matter how infinitely continuous the growth becomes, the output will never cross the precise value of 2.71828, revealing a fundamental speed limit embedded in the fabric of mathematics. But who would finally tame this wild infinite decimal and give it a formal identity? Despite Bernoulli's monumental discovery of this geometric ceiling, the number still lacked a formal symbol and a deeper theoretical framework. It was not until 1727 that the brilliant Leonhard Euler finally isolated this constant and gave it the universal name E. Euler proved its absolute precision and transcended Bernoulli's limit by demonstrating that E could be constructed piece by piece, calculating its infinite non-repeating decimals using an elegant infinite series of factorials. Yet Euler's greatest revelation wasn't how to calculate E, but what E actually represented. Euler demonstrated that E is much more than a mere numerical limit. It is the fundamental engine of all calculus. This becomes undeniably clear when we plot the natural exponential function, y equals e to the x, on a Cartesian plane. By mapping this specific base, the curve transcends basic algebra and steps into a realm of pure geometric perfection, revealing the exact mathematical equilibrium of continuous change. But what does this geometric perfection actually look like when set in motion? As a point slides along this curve, three completely distinct geometric properties lock into absolute synchronization. At any given coordinate, the vertical height of the point, the slope of the tangent line representing its instantaneous rate of change, and the total area accumulated under the curve from the beginning of time are completely identical. In real time, as the function evolves, the height, the derivative, and the integral output the exact same numerical value down to the last decimal. No other mathematical function in the universe possesses this flawless symmetry. It is the definitive geometric anchor for the physical world. But what happens to this perfect engine of real-world growth when we force it into the imaginary plane? When we allow the exponent of e to be an imaginary number, the straight-line exponential growth is forced to rotate. This rotation curves the graph into a perfect circle on the complex plane, linking the constant of continuous growth with the geometry of circles and trigonometry. This remarkable intersection of growth, rotation, and pi creates a profound mathematical relationship, and the only way to resolve this geometric transformation is by clicking on the next video about Euler's identity explained simply, the most beautiful equation ever.